The name of my daughter is Olamide Omotoyinbo. To the glory of God, she attended the Bell Secondary School. She told me emphatically she's interested in becoming a medical doctor. That informed my decision to send her to Ukraine. Ukrainian university is almost very long. Danili Lviv Medical University. She has been there 7 years ago, precisely 2015. By the grace of God, she will be rounding up this year. Unfortunately, since about 1 or 2 months ago, we started a round of crisis erupting from Ukraine. But then, little did any of us know it will escalate to what it is today. Otherwise, we would have made effort to get her back to Nigeria. The whole world thought Putin, the president of Russia, may not make good his threat. Unfortunately, it happened all of a sudden. Yeah, when it happened, my daughter is in Lviv. Lviv is one of the Lviv town city. Is one of the major city in Ukraine, but it is located in the western part of Ukraine, close to bordering with Poland. The crisis started at the east, that starting from one town they call Kharkiv, close to Russia. The crisis started from the eastern part of Ukraine. As much as Lviv appeared to be safe because it is very remote from where the crisis originated, the fear is there. There is a perpetual fear in the mind of the student, and of course, those of us, their parents in Nigeria, because it can escalate to engulf the whole of Ukraine. And that informed the decision for my daughter to join others seeking refuge in the neighboring country. First of all, some days ago, they made attempt. You see, the task of crossing from Ukraine to neighboring country is traumatic. It's highly traumatic. It's highly stressful. It involves the student having to trek some distance to the border. They made an attempt some days ago. Unfortunately, it turned out to be futile. It was not successful. They were turned back at the border, a border post at Poland border. Yesterday, as God, I am thankful to God. Yesterday, they made another attempt. This time around, they were able to get a bus from somewhere within Lviv city that is planned to take them to Warsaw. Warsaw is the capital of Poland. The information, the travel overnight. The information my daughter gave me was throughout. They were given the privilege of remaining inside the bus throughout. They didn't get that. They were not asked to. Or getting to the border. They were not asked to get down anyway. It is right inside the bus. Their documents were stamped. So they made successful clearance at the border. As I'm talking to you, they are with the same bus. They are on their way to Warsaw, capital of Poland. I'm sure they must have entered there now. One appeal I will make to the Nigerian government is now, Of course, it has been widely announced a government will evacuate them from those countries, Poland, Hungary, and Romania. But the earlier that is done, the better. Especially if they don't start evacuating with immediate effect, those countries might find it difficult to cope with the numbers of immigrants, numbers of people seeking refuge there. At a point when she showed me a video coverage of footage of how they were trekking, I lost my composure. I felt extremely bad. I was scared. Look at my daughter in the jungle trekking down. So it was really. However, she kept assuring us that there's no problem. We are confident we make it and so on. You see, from that border they were rejected. They directed them to another border. They told me, it was later we got to know. She told us they were told there are many borders. There were a total of 8 borders by which they can enter Poland from Ukraine. So they actually directed them to the appropriate border they could easily enter as Nigerian students. But because it involved trekking, he told me they were too tired. In fact, my daughter told me she was the one who first of all said she was too tired to continue trekking again. Herself and a few others, they found their way back to Lviv. She was lucky to get what he called a good Samaritan who offered them a ride back to Lviv. Some of their colleagues insisted they will navigate their way. They will find their way to the appropriate border. Unfortunately, they couldn't equally reach there. Later, they turned back, and all of them reconverged back in their hostel in Lviv. So it was a very traumatic situation. You can imagine a parent being in Nigeria, like myself, hearing of bombardment, a bombing, a missile being thrown into a city where you have your ward. Especially parents whose ward were in area like Kharkiv, that is close to Russian border. It was a hell. I must tell you, I lost my sleep. I have not been able to sleep adequately well for some days until around 4 a.m. today. She told me they had successfully crossed over. In fact, she made a statement that in Poland at the border they were accorded heroic reception. He said immediately they got there, they were given water and snacks. So what their experience in Poland border was completely different from what we normally read in the news or in the paper. He told me they were friendly, they were not hostile to them before, at least within the period they spent there, before they continue their journey en route Warsaw, which is the capital of Poland.